Well, it's not quite that time yet, but it almost is. Football time in Oklahoma! The spring game is coming up tomorrow. First of all, we'll go over some of the new faces and new places that you may see around the campus at the University of Oklahoma, particularly for football. Two new quarterbacks, both very high profile. One coming from the SEC, and in Texas, where he went to high school, he didn't lose a game his sophomore, junior, or senior year. This is going to be fun. Don't go away. Quarterbacks first here on this era. And that would be with Kyler Murray, a 5'11", 178 quarterback. He'll transfer in from Texas A&M, and in 2016, when we play at Ohio State, he will be eligible, and he will be a redshirt sophomore for the Sooners. With that happening, they had to find a true freshman to come right in and compete. With Kyler Murray coming in and having to sit out, and Cody Thomas moving from football to baseball, they had to have someone come in automatically and be at least on the roster. And they do. And that man would be Austin Kendall. He is a 6'2", 210-pound quarterback from Waxway, North Carolina. Those are the two quarterbacks we have on the draft. With Pirine and Ross and all the running backs that they have, they are stacked. But it's not like he can't go after a quarterback or a running back, right? Well, that's true. Just like you can't go after at least one quarterback, you can't go after at least one running back. And they got one named Abdul Adams. He is a 6 foot, 205-pound true freshman from Landover, Maryland, and he'll play he could play as a freshman, probably won't play as a freshman, though. The senior transfer that we were talking about from Penn State, Geno Lewis, he's 6'1", 205. He's a transfer from Penn State. He's a graduate transfer, meaning that just like up the road for Oklahoma State and Barry Sanders Jr., is going to be automatically eligible for OSU. Geno Lewis will be automatically eligible for Oklahoma. Same thing happened a couple of years ago with Justin Brown. Also, by the way, from Penn State. We got a couple of other receivers to go over. Two of them actually. The other two, one from South Lake Carroll, Texas, Zach Farrell, a 6'3", 210-pound wide receiver tight end. It's probably what he'll do. And Michael Jones, a 6-foot, $180 freshman from Patterson, Louisiana. Those are the playmakers. But you know, guys, you can't have playmakers without the big hogs, the pigs, the big dogs up front, the hogs of the bogs, the offensive hog in line. It's being held down by a couple of junior college kids, a homegrown kid, and a couple of others. The two junior college guys first. First of all, from Lackawanna Junior College, Ashton Julius, a 6'8", 330-pound, 6'8", 330, offensive lineman from Lackawanna Junior College. Also from JUCO, so he could play automatically. That would be Ben Powers, a 6'5", 315-pound guy from Butler County Community College out in Kansas. Now the true freshman guys. This guy's a homegrown guy. He is a Boomer Sooner. He grew up singing Boomer Sooner. Out of Hera, Oklahoma, of course. Homegrown out of Oklahoma. That would be Logan Robertson. Logan Robertson, 6'5", 318 pounds from Hera, Oklahoma. Now a couple of guys from way out there, actually out of Big Ten country, Pennsylvania and Illinois, respectively. First of all, Giancarlo Valentine, 6'2", 337-pounder out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I'm sorry. And finally, Eric Swanson, OL Ironman, 6 foot, 300 even, out of Downers Grove, Illinois. And that takes care of your top half. That takes care of Lincoln's part of the team. Now, what about Mikey Stoops' part of the team? Well, they have a lot of help to do there, and they might get some help. In fact, they're getting help actually from a lot of players out there. First of all, we'll start on the defensive line with Amari Bledsoe. Bledsoe is 6'5", 237, out of Lawrence, Kansas. And Mark Jackson, defensive end, 6'3", 225, out of Cybro, Texas. That's the up front guys. Now, kind of the outside guys, the linebacker core, the other two ends, and the regular linebackers. Those are going to be held up by a couple of big guys. A couple of them are junior college guys, so you might see them early. Both actually from Lackawanna Junior College, where Ashton Julius is from. But these two are linebackers, like we said, from Lackawanna Junior College. First of all, Emmanuel Beal, 6'2", 215, out of Lackawanna Junior College. And Kapari Doucette, 6'2", 225, out of Lackawanna Junior College. This is the high-profile guy. If everybody was all excited to see Kyler Murray on offense, this is the guy that you want to see on defense. Caleb Kelly, 6'3", 225, out of Fresno, California. He was the last Sooner to sign, actually, and is a big pickup for the linebacking core for OU. A couple of other linebackers on this crew. Out of homegrown kid out of Tulsa, that would be John Michael Terry. He's 6'3", 220. And Bryce Youngquest, 6'2", 210, out of Rancho Camarillo, California. That takes care of our linebacking core. And now for the big guns, the defensive backs. You got to have plenty of these guys in the Big 12. And Oklahoma adds 3 more guys to that entourage, including Parell Motley, a 6'11", 170-pounder defensive back from Washington, D.C. Jordan Parker, 5'11", 184 from Pittsburgh, California. And finally, Chase Slide, 6 foot, $186 out of Shreveport, Louisiana. The Sooners do have an athlete that signed on with Oklahoma, Adrian Hardy, 6'3", $185 from Shreveport, Louisiana. All right, guys. Now, as I said, these guys are going to be junior college guys and a lot of the true freshmen. Now, the guys from Lackawanna Junior College, they might come in and do a lot. But except for Austin Kendall, I don't see a lot of these guys coming in early and doing anything early, except for like those junior college kids or Gino Lewis. And that's just because they really don't have to have them to. This is a team that went 11-2 last year. Obviously, the 2 losses, you don't want to have those 2 losses. You don't want to lose to Texas, and you don't want to lose in the bowl game, particularly when that bowl game was a semifinal game. But it is what it is. They'll try to bounce back, and so they probably won't have to have these guys help them bounce back. But with the SOS they have this year, it might come down to a couple of these guys stepping up, particularly with the strength of the schedule for these guys, including 2 10-win teams, and both winning a share of their division. And of course, Houston not only winning a share of their division, winning their division and their conference, and then clobbering Florida State in the bowl game. All right, guys, a preview of the game itself is coming up next. You don't want to miss it. Don't go away. Follow me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at SoonerFanOK. Thanks for watching, everybody, and Boomer Sooner!